Hello there, welcome to Simon's Shed and welcome to Simon's Scenery, the first episode in a new series where we focus on something that's probably from the layout itself, but we go into more detail because in the layout updates I do tend to skim over some of the details sometimes, but this is sort of an add-on video, if you like, to focus on one bit of scenery and show you how I did it. So, I needed a fence. It's a post and wire fence is the one I'm trying to model. And I had a look around and couldn't find anything off the shelf that would fit. So, thought about making one. And then I was just tidying up in the shed and found a bit of wire. And thought, wouldn't it be good if I could make an entire fence just out of one bit of electrical wire? So that is the challenge, that's the plan. So the idea is that the fence is going to be as long as that bit of wire, and the posts are going to be made from the black insulation, and the wire from the rail is going to be the actual wire. So the first stage, obviously just separate the wires out from the insulation, just gently cutting away the insulation, and we end up with a little bundle of wire and a little pile of insulation. And obviously the next thing is to make the posts, the black insulation wire, the correct height. Just neaten up the ends and just measured it out. It's roughly 3 foot, I think. It's not a very high fence. Try and get all those the same size and lay them out nicely. Now the idea was that I would just lay them out like this, somehow get a bit of glue on and literally just lay the wire across the back and sort of paint the bits of wire to hide the fact that it's not actually going through the posts. It's probably far too small to actually try and get a hole through the posts and thread the wire through. The wire's just not tough enough to poke through, and the posts are very, very thin. So I didn't even attempt that idea, but as you'll see, this idea didn't really work either. So as soon as you try and get any glue onto the posts, they start moving around all over the place, and it's very fiddly and pretty much impossible to keep them all lined up. So let's try another idea. So you can see what I've done here is literally just wrap the wire around the post and then with a dab of glue onto the wire secured it in place, and then wrap the next one round and sort of adjust the distance by pulling the post, and then another dab of glue, and just carry on like that until we've got all of the posts attached to one wire. Now we're more than halfway along, trying to get them nice and evenly spaced. Obviously it's not a very straight fence at the moment, but we can work on that at the end. Quite fiddly, and it takes quite a while to get it working, but I do like the fact that it's unique. There won't be another fence quite like it anywhere in the world. I was trying to get a nice mix on the layout of yes, some things I'm going to buy and plonk down, but a lot of things, if I want them to look anything like the real stations on the Severn Valley Railway that I'm modelling, then it's going to have to be custom made. And of course you can always come back later and change things and improve things once you've done them. It's never really finished, is it? If you're building a layout, it's always something you can spot and improve. But for now, this is pretty close to how the thing looks on the field at the back of Arley Station. on the Severn Valley Railway. So after the top wire is on, I decided to put another one on the bottom, or nearer the middle actually, but so simply turned it over and started adding another wire going back the other way. Obviously you can see the silver bits of wire around the posts at the moment, but the plan is to hide those with a little bit of paint. And of course the posts are the wrong colour at the moment as well, so they would need to be painted anyway. Now here with the pencil I'm just trying to get the gap even between the two top and bottom wires and try and start straightening it out and evening it up, because it's all very wonky at the moment. So it took quite a bit of patience to do this, but it was worth it in the end. Well, there we are so far. I've got the two wires on and all the posts. Next we're going to add a little bit of paint, just a bit of brown acrylic paint going on the posts and covering, trying to hide the wire a little bit where it goes around the posts, blend it in a little bit. Did get some on the wire, but it's easy enough to get off afterwards. Now after this I decided the wire didn't look right because it was far too bright and shiny. It just wouldn't look like that for very long in real life. It would soon oxidize a little bit, so just got some grey, mixture of grey paint and just went over the wire and over some other posts, but again that was easy enough to go over again with the brown and tidy up later, and we ended up with this. Time to put it in position on the layout. So this is Arley Station, the end where the trains run off towards Bridgnorth, and I've already got a few details in there. More have been added since this video, so there will be more in the next layout update, and I've moved down a little bit further as well and added some more details onto the actual platform itself. Put a little dabs of super glue on the bottom of the posts, improvised glue spreader with the wire, and once it was stuck in place with the sort of bushes around it, quite pleased with how it turned out. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the more sort of detailed video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and yeah, please subscribe for more updates coming soon. But that's all for now. I'll see you next time.